Hey, Heartlanders! I have some exciting news to share with you. Probably the most exciting and nervously anticipated news of the whole year. And that is, it looks like Heartland Season 18 is a go! Yay! According to sources from across multiple social media sites, Heartland has been renewed for Season 18 and will start filming in May. Now, you might be thinking, that seems sort of early for Heartland. Isn't the announcement for a new season made on June 2nd, so as to coincide with Amber's birthday? Well, if you remember from last year, however, the announcement was made well in advance of Amber's birthday, as well in years before, when there might have been seemingly strange contortions made to keep news of a new season from reaching Heartland fans before June. But now in the last couple of years, it's been great for Heartland fans, now that the news has been released a little earlier.
I'd be honored.
So, let's hope this news isn't just a bunch of hooey-dooey, as Caleb would say. Speaking of Caleb, do you think he'll be back in Season 18? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Now, here's a bonus interview of great Heartland fan fiction author Mike Hurley, a co-author of the unofficial Heartland cookbook, and now has his own original fictional series, Going Home, which is set to be book 1 in the Hope Valley Wyoming series. Going Home is full of multi-generational characters, both human and animal, and set in the bucolic setting of Hope Valley, Wyoming. This first book in the series boasts more than a few similarities to the Heartland genre, but I'll let Mike tell you more about his original, new, fantastic series. Watch this. So, Mike, can you tell us a little bit about, what was your inspiration to write a printed book?
A couple of years ago, I really enjoy writing fan fiction, and I enjoy talking to the fans or people that write back to me and things. But I felt the urge to actually write a book and publish it, and it was just something on my bucket list per se, if you want to say that. But it was a lot more work than I thought. It was, I tried to be very. I tried to make it as perfect as I could.
And so how do you feel about the actual story? Can you tell us who your favorite character in the book is? I know it's like a multi-generational romance, mystery, drama. What's your favorite storyline and favorite character in the book?
No, it's interesting, Nita. I like all the characters, and I'm the kind of person who, from a young kid, I've always tried to see the best in people, knowing that behind this bully is someone with a sad story. People don't just become bullies they have nothing else to do. So I like all the characters. If I had to pick a favorite character, of course, it might be Tom. I did like Trinity to a point. She made me laugh quite a bit, her antics and how she drove her BMW like a madwoman around town, way over the speed limit. I liked Rory quite a bit. Rory was quite there was a depth to her character.
Can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to set the book in Wyoming?
I guess maybe even subconsciously. So I live in Denver, Denver metro area, and Wyoming is a beautiful state, but the wind blows something awful. It blows nonstop. So at first I set it in Colorado, and then I thought, I should just maybe set it in Wyoming. It has a sort of a mystique to it. But I don't like big cities. I don't like crowds. I don't like any of that stuff. I've been to New York twice, and that's way too many times.
Yeah. So Going Home is set in Hope Valley, Wyoming. Is there a significance to the name Hope Valley?
I guess I'm a hopeful person that as I go through my life, that I become a more wholesome person. I think a lot of people strive for that. I think also that for Tom, one of the big things that he's intrigued with or bothered by is he doesn't have any kind of relationship with his dad. He hadn't seen his dad since he was like 5 or something. And so I think Tom is hopeful to meet his dad someday and see how that plays out.
So, Hope Valley, it's like, would you say, if you would have to say the population size, would you say it's like similar to Hudson? I know you were talking about little similarities to Heartland. Would you say that Hope Valley is similar to Hudson?
Yeah, there are some parallels between Hope Valley and Hudson and Going Home and Heartland, and they weren't really done on purpose. It's just that I've watched so many Heartland shows, my mind is sometimes in that in that realm,
You know, in the book, you actually reference Heartland a few times, just small little vignettes.
Mhm.
That's probably great for someone who likes Heartland. Probably loves to see like these little parallels between the stories and also the little mentions of Heartland. Which is your favorite one?
I think when Trinity's or Rory's friend Shania um, is giving Rory advice and talks about all the trauma that Amy and Ty went through and put themselves through in the early seasons of Heartland, and what Shania learned about that, and learned about how your words and your actions, your trust with someone, how that all plays into your relationship being like with between Amy and Ty. I think all my stories have that background to it. That in all my fan fiction stories, I guess someone told me once I was a redemptive writer, meaning that by the time you get to the end of the story, not all, but a big chunk of the people all become better people.
Well, I don't know about you, but this sounds like a great story to me. I'll leave more about it down in the description below. And stay tuned for more Heartland related news. Bye for now.